This video is going to help us go over our 7.2 worksheet. So we are taking these percentages. Sorry, my brain left me. So we're taking these percentages and finding that missing piece. So we want to remember the is goes on top, the of goes on bottom. We're looking for the percent out of 100 every time. So what is, so we're looking for that is 60% of 30. So we're looking for the is. So what is 60%? It's 60 out of 100. And then we want out of the total 30. So lots of ways we can get here. We can take it to the unit. We can see how many times 3 goes into 100. I can also cross multiply. On this one, I'm going to cross multiply here and make a new problem. So 30 times 60, and then W times 100, and then I need to get W alone. So I'm going to divide 30 times 60 divided by 100 will tell me this piece of 30 to equal 60%. So here we have what is 70% of 90. So another one very similar. We're looking for the piece out of the total 90, and that equals 70%. Percent's always out of 100. So I'm going to take this here and do 90 times 70. And then I would do W times 100, so I need to divide by 100. 90 times 70 to get, and then divided by 100 will tell me what is this piece. So let's try a few different ones here. So this one says 45% of what is 72. So if I was writing this as an equation, this would say 45% of means to multiply of what equals 72. So we're looking for this piece right here. So I can write this out. Is goes on top. This is the part I have. Of what? Well, we don't know. Of the total is what we're looking for. And then 45 over 100. So I can ask myself how to get from 72 to 45, but I do not know that off the top of my head. So I'm going to cross multiply 72 times 100, and then I'm going to divide it by 45. So I'm making that new problem be 45W, but I need to get W alone, so I divide both sides by 45. 72 times 100 divided by 45. Okay, next we have 25% of what is 17. So you can see in each one, I'm breaking this up into 3 sections. The is, the of, the percent. Those are the 3 things I'm looking for. So we have 25%, which is 25 over 100. Of what? Of is the total that goes on the bottom, and it is 17. It is 17. So 17 times 100, and then I'm dividing by 25. That's like quarters, 25, 50, 75, 100. 25 is an awesome number. Don't be scared of it, okay? So multiplying, dividing will give me this W all by itself. Okay, our next kind look like this. So 12 is what percent of 60? So 12 is the piece out of 60, 12 of 60, and we're looking for the percent out of 100. What is the percent? But I still know it's out of 100 every time. So this time I could ask myself, how do I get from 60 to 100? If we don't know that, I can cross multiply 12 times 100, and then we can divide by 60, because this would be 60 times, like we could do P for percent, or W for what. And I need to divide by 60 to get that all alone. Here we have 24 is what percent of 80? So I want to see these three parts here. So 24 is out of 80. And I'm looking for the percent of that. So what percent out of 100 is that? So here we can cross multiply and then divide by 80. Okay, our last type of problem, it's going to ask us to shade in 50% of this. So I know I want 50% and out of 100. And I'm looking for this piece. I don't know how many I should shade in, but I do know how many I have. Here's 3 by 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm looking for how many should I shade in out of 12 to equal 50%. So one thing I'm noticing is that to get from 100 to 50, I just cut it in half. So I can just take 12 and cut it in half. Half of 12 is 6. So I need to shade in 6 of these boxes. So 6 is the answer. I could do 12 times 50 and divide it by 100. That's going to equal 6. I can get to that same answer lots of ways. If I simplify this, this could equal 1/2. I want half of 12. 12 to 2 is divided by, or I could go from 2 to 12 times 6 times 6. 1 times 6 is 6. So I just showed you 3 ways to get the same answer of 6. Okay, and our last one here, whoops, I had to stop and think if that was going to work or not. So, okay, so this one here, we want 75%. So 75 is out of 100. And then we're looking for how many we are shading in out of. There's 4 this way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this way. 7 times 4 is 28. So I can do 28 times 75, and then I divide it by 100, gives me this missing shaded piece here, and that tells me how many to shade in. Okay, so we've done 8 of them, set them up, thought about what we needed to do. You just need to finish the math if you haven't. And then you need to flip it over, and you are going to do the other side on your own. So find the is, find the percent out of 100, find the of. Is, of, percent, 100 every time. What is this out of the total? This is the piece out of the total. Piece is the percent, total is 100 every single time. So then we can just crisscross and say, I'm connecting these two. Connect the other way, divide by that extra one. So this extra 100, this extra 45, this extra 60, this extra would be the 100 here. So I would cross and divide. So no matter which way it goes, there's always going to be 2 that connect. And this would be 80 times P, but I want to get it alone, so I divide by 80 on both sides. So go ahead and try the back on your own.